Hello there fellow Megalites and welcome to something a little bit different. We have Mega Man on the NES, the first Mega Man. And this is going to be a sort of tutorial, a beginner's guide if you will, to tell you how to beat the game. Now most people will jump in and they'll go straight into Cutman. Cutman is probably the easiest stage in the game and it's the default one, so people tend to jump straight into him. However, the problem with that is, even if you go in weakness order to Elecman is pretty rough, and there's a weapon in there called the Magnet Beam. But you need Gutsman's weapon in order to access the Magnet Beam. As such, I would recommend Gutsman first, because then you can pick up the Magnet Beam in Elecman, which will be really useful for some of the later stages. So we're going to jump straight into Gutsman, and this stage isn't too bad. There's a little bit at the beginning, which is a little bit rough, but thankfully it's right at the beginning, so it's the first thing you do. Right, so you start off. Oh, let me just go back a bit. I'm going to use the pause function on this. On the switch pad, it's the right bumper. On the NES, I don't know, but you can basically pause it, whereby, if you jump like that, you can do it. It's not pressing start. If you press start, you go into the weapon select. Whereas with this, if you do that, it will pause the game and lock it like that. It's a very useful trick, and it's something we're going to be using, with relative frequency in this playthrough. So as we go back to the start, we have these mech type things. So those are the guys with the little helmets. These guys are right pain in the ass. You sort of have to fire before you activate them. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump straight towards this one and fire. So like this, and then we're going to do the same again with this one. So we're going to fire and shoot it just before. This one's a bit more of a pain in the ass, so you might end up getting hit by him, but if you do, don't worry too much about it. Getting hit is not really a massive deal at this point, and I'll show you why later. So now we have these green moving platforms. These are right pain in the ass because the hitboxes on them are wonky as hell. We're going to let this one pass and wait for it to come back, and then we're going to jump on it. Like so. Now if you notice, we've got 3 different tracks. The middle one, there'll be another one coming. What you want to do is wait until it's past the little hole that you see there, and on the left hand side, and jump down to it. You want to do the same thing as well with the one on the bottom row, basically because as it goes towards the end and comes back, it allows you a much easier time when it comes to judging the jump. So you want to jump just before you reach the little hole and hop over. Hop over here, hop over here, hop over here, hop over here, and then after that final jump, as soon as you land, you want to keep holding right and jump again to the opposite side, so you land on this platform. If you even leave it just a moment, you'll probably miss. Now this next section is a little bit stressful. We've got these flying things, which you pretty much just want to jump and shoot. You probably will get hit, but don't worry too much about it. Just try your best to shoot them, and we've got a health refill here. Now here's where we're going to be using the pause trick again. There's some enemies coming up where they'll hit you, and you want to press the pause button like that as soon as you get hit. That makes you go straight down, and you'll land pretty much where the dude is, but you'll be in invincibility frames, and then you just keep on walking right. Do the same for this guy, and then do the same for this guy. That's the one where it's most important, because if you get hit, you'll get knocked back and go into the pit. If you press this pause button, this select button or whatever, you'll stay in the same place, essentially. Now here's where we're going to get another health refill. As soon as you go down here, you want to hold to the right. So holding to the left gets us this extra life, which we can hop over, and then continue down. You'll notice that there is a health pickup there, which you can pick up if you want, if you're needing, but you shouldn't need it. Now for this guy, either get hit and just run past it like I did, or go under. Sometimes it does a big jump and you can get under, sometimes you can't. For these ones, you just kind of want to judge the distance. If you look at the distance when I start firing, that's pretty much when you want to do it. Sometimes they'll fire soon and you'll get hit like that, sometimes they won't. I mean, it's not a big deal. And then we reach our first boss, which is Gutsman. For this one, you want to basically keep on firing and jump just before he lands. Now the timing is a little bit iffy, but basically just before his feet touch the ground is when you want to jump up. If you jump before, he'll shake you and you'll fall to the ground. So you'll end up doing that. Right, so that's what... This is what it looks like when you're not doing it, and you just won't be able to do anything. You'll keep on falling to the ground, and you'll die. Okay, so here's what it looks like properly. You should have enough health to be able to beat him regardless, but if not, don't worry. Because we picked up that extra life, we're not really hurting for lives at this point, so you can do what you want. Whoop, there we go. I ballsed up the last jump, but even then I lost so little health that that's basically what you do. Just keep on firing, and keep an eye on his feet. When his feet are about to touch the ground, jump. If he comes towards you, you might need to move to the other side of the screen, but take the damage, it's not a big deal. After doing Gutsman, we want to do Cutman. Now Cutman stage is relatively straightforward. It does have some annoying bits, notably at the start, but it's actually not that bad. The main thing you want to learn for this is to jump and fire at the same time. So if you do that, you jump and fire. Now, once we come to this part, we're going to run to the right, hold down the right button, and just take care of when I'm jumping. So jump, 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 fall down here, jump again. Easy peasy. Now we've got the next main obstacle, which are these fiery little things. The first one you don't need to worry too much about, just wait under the ladder, and then as soon as it stops firing, jump up. Easy peasy. The next one again is pretty straightforward. What you want to do is you want to jump up and take that one out straight away. And then go through here, wait for it to fire, shoot it. Then do the same with this one. As soon as it starts firing, because it shoots at the top, and then it gradually works way down to the bottom, so you should easily be able to take care of it. Do the same with that one. As soon as it starts firing, hit it. Don't worry if you get hit, it's absolutely fine. You're not going to be, aching for health on this level or anything. Wait for this one to stop firing, and then just jump to the ladder and jump up. If you jump to near the top of the ladder, it makes things a lot easier. This part you can just run past, and as soon as you get these little flying things, just wait for them to come. I normally wait under the girder, wait for them to either fall to the right or left, and then shoot them appropriately. These are pretty easy. Just wait until it's next to you, shoot it. Then wait under the ladder, once it goes to the other side, climb up. Nothing harder than that. This one's a bit more complicated, but you don't even really need to do anything, you can just sort of wait. And you can take care of that one. Really, if your timing's good, you can just wait for them to pass and then just deal with them that way. For this you want to hug the left wall, and as soon as that goes to the right side, jump up. Wait for these two to pass, and then jump up the ladder, climb up. Now we're going to do the same thing, apart from going to wait for this to come, shoot it, hug the right wall, jump up. Wait for that to pass, and then climb up again. This one is exactly the same as before, just run past it, and then we'll get to one of the most annoying enemy placements. There's a lot of those flying things again, and you just want to take them out as best you can. If you can take them out, there's a health pickup. If not, you can basically just run past them. So what I normally do is I just fire like this, and then the last one's usually a pain in the ass, but it's not too bad. So you can do that. If you're worried about it, you can just dash straight to the ladder and climb down. Now this next part, you can climb down if you want, or you can do a little trick. Basically, if you see where the ladder is in the middle, we're going to jump just above there and hold up. And that will actually make us grab the ladder at the bottom of the screen. So watch this. So there we go, I'm at the bottom, I'm scrolling down. This, stay on the ladder, 1, 2, 3 times, press jump to fall down, and then just make your way to the bottom. Again, dead simple. Now we've got one of these guys. Again, you can either take damage or you can run under if he does a big jump. To be honest, I normally just take the damage because I'm usually not hurting for health. These, shoot this first one, second one, wait under. Like if you see where I am now, I'm not directly under, I'm a little bit to the left, and that's where you want to be. So that shot he fires down vertically, you can avoid. So you see it's just going by my foot and I'm not getting hit. As soon as he fires 2, just run ahead, start shooting, and you should take out that one. Easy peasy. Before you go through, equip Gutsman's weapon and go through the door. Now we're going to be using the pause trick again, or select, or whatever it is on the NES controller. So as soon as you run in, get the block, hit your man, pick up the other, do that. If you use the pause trick, you should be able to get him twice if you pause. So like this, just keep on hitting the pause thing, or you can wait until his invincibility frames off and then unpause, and that should hit him twice and kill him. He only needs 2 hits, so you can either use 2 blocks or you can do the pause trick. Now that we're done with Cutman, we can move on to Elecman, which is probably the hardest stage, but it's not too bad. It's just that there's a lot of things that hurt you a lot, and you have to be very careful. And it starts with one of the worst rooms in the game, in my opinion. If you look, we've got these platforms, and they're difficult to jump between because you can easily bang your head and just fall down. You've also got these stupid little things that move backwards and forwards. So as soon as you're on their level, they'll go back like that and just hit you. And they're really annoying, and if you fire, you'll just fire over the top of them. So what you need to do, if you want to get through safely, is you need to jump up and fire it when it's away. Do the same with that one and jump across, then just jump across to there, and then do that. And then jump to the final one. If you get hit, like this, make sure you hit the pause button, and that'll make sure you don't get damage boost off right to the beginning. Because if not, I'll show you what happens. You get hit and you'll fall off. Don't worry about taking damage, because we're going to recoup it. This one, the platforms are a little bit tight, so what you want to do is get hit and do the pause thing to stay on. Like that. Now use your invincibility to just run and jump to this ladder. Don't bother worrying about trying to climb it properly, just do what you can to stay on. For these, I stay here and wait until the second one disappears, then I jump up and jump up again. Now we've got some annoying enemies. These ones you want to climb up, once you see them to the left, shoot. Kill the first 2, move up a little bit more, shoot to the left again. Now we're going to do the exact same thing in this room, just keep on going up, and before they start appearing, keep on shooting, go up a little bit more to shoot the third one. They're not too difficult. And now we have disappearing platforms. This first one is a little bit of a pain, because sometimes you'll be able to get it on the first cycle, sometimes you have to wait. So if you jump up, sometimes you'll get it like that. Now another one will appear like this, and what you need to do now is jump to the right. Like this, and then you can jump up here. This is the safest route. So I'll show you that again. So we're up here, this one appears, and then jump to the right, then jump on the ladder. Now when these appear, you've got plenty of time, so don't try and rush it. Just wait until the next one appears, tap left, and once it appears to there, and the first one reappears, you want to jump up to this ladder. Nothing too difficult. Now here's where we get the health refill. That's why it didn't really matter if we get hit. So you can jump over here, hold left, and you'll get maybe full health, maybe not, depending on how much damage you lost. Now if you look, if we try and jump across here, we're going to hit a head on the top of that roof, and we're going to fall to a death. What you want to do instead is keep tapping right until your foot is halfway off. If you go too much, you'll fall in like that. So you want to just do it like this, just so it's more or less halfway. Then hop over to the right, you'll make it to this platform, and then you can just carry on, like so. Now, you've got 2 ways you can go. You can go up to the left, or you can go up to the right. I normally go up to the right, and try and do the same as you did before. Just wait and shoot. This one I always get hit by. So wait until that disappears, jump up. Well, I tell a lie now. But if you jump up and get hit, don't worry, just keep on pressing the pause thing, and you'll be fine. Okay, this is the one where I get hit. Don't worry about this too much, you'll probably get hit, but it's fine. Now this is why we needed Gutsman. There is actually a trick that speedrunners use, where they can basically go through this wall here, and appear right next to the magnet beam. However, because this is just a beginner's guide to normally play it, we're going to use the intended method. So use Gutsman's weapon to pick up and throw. Now we can pick up the magnet beam. We're not actually going to use it for the rest of this level, but it'll be quite useful in some of the upcoming levels. So here we go. Again, you can go right or you can go left. Personally, I prefer left, just because there are these annoying enemies near the top of that route. Now if I fight to the right, I'm going to miss. So I want to tap up, I'm going to miss again. Tap up, and now I'm going to hit it. But you don't want to hit it there, you want to hit it as it's all the way over to the right. And then you can jump up this ladder and not get hit. Now we've got some lasers, but these are dead straightforward. Just wait until it finishes, move up. If you get hit, what you want to do is... Oops, didn't do it then. If you get hit, press the pause button and you should land back on the platform. No harm, no foul. So wait until it appears, and then disappears, and then move. The good thing to do is give yourself loads of space and then edge up slightly while it's attacking. Okay, so those annoying little spring enemies are on the right hand side. That's why I don't like using the right hand side, I just use the left. I find it a lot easier. This room is the same as the one with the health, but this time there's no health. Just be careful that your jumps are okay, because if you end up running too much or you end up doing this and jumping too short, you'll miss it. So instead take your time, go slowly, make sure you get these jumps right. It's not too difficult, just do it. Now here we have another laser platform, but this is easy. Wait until they both disappear, jump up. Now we have another one of these annoying little enemies, so again wait to them, hopefully they'll do a big jump like that and you can get under, if not damage boost. Here's the checkpoint, so as long as you've got extra lives, it's fine, don't worry about it. Again, wait until it moves, edge up slightly closer, when it disappears, move forward. Don't worry too much about it. One thing you want to do though is make sure that you equip the Cutman weapon. I forgot to do that before. Actually do that before you start climbing the ladder, because otherwise you might fall into a laser, and that would be very bad. Hopefully your health is okay for this boss coming up. If not, and you die, don't worry. If you've got full health, it's easy. So his health's going to fill up, and what you want to do is walk a little bit to the right and fire. Like this, and then pause. So now he's hit me, which is fine. I can just hit him again. If you use the pause trick, and the boomerang, the cutter boomerang, is actually in his body, perfect. You can get 2 shots off at him, maybe even the full 3. That would be the ideal situation. But either way, it takes 3 hits, so as long as you can get the pause trick on one of them, you'll be fine. So that's the first 3 done. We had Gutsman, Elecman and Cutman. Next we're going to do Iceman, Fireman and Bombman, and those levels are a bit trickier, but they're not too bad. So I'll see you next time as I guide you through the final 3 Robot Masters of Mega Man 1. Thanks for watching, bye.